Only this afternoon, Nigerians and indeed the whole of Africans were abreast of what was somehow a rumor in the news that the former President Mohamadu Buhari was gravely ill in one of London's hospital, and some even had it that he died a long time before now. But today it is official that the former President Muhammadu Buhari has just passed on, and that his family had notified the government of the Federal Republic, and the current president has sent his vice president to go to London to accompany his body home. That is the latest as far as we are concerned, that the flag of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has been flown half-mast right now, and of course, all other establishments have to do same. So Nigerians are finally laying to rest all the rumors, and it's no longer news again that the former president is now passed on. And we are all now going to grapple with what is next. As far as Nigeria is concerned, this character of the former president has really filled a part of the narrative as far as the current democratic experiment is concerned. Buhari has been a part and parcel of the antecedent, if you will, of the progression of the democratic process leading to this moment. And a lot of Nigerians are with all manner of views, opinions, and they are analyzing every single details concerning his former opportunity that he had in 1983 as the former head of state, and the re-emergence of the same man, Muhammadu Buhari, in the democratic space in 2015 when he defeated the incumbent President Jonathan, who was then the incumbent president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now we are all done with the era of Muhammadu Buhari, and what is next? So the next is now for Nigerians to see the pros and cons, to dig into the details, and to analyze how his legacy has affected and impacted Nigeria, both negatively as well as positively. And it's left to anybody to have his own analysis. Those who were of the old stock of our generation can at least say one or two things concerning the past as far as his legacy, his presidency, or his tenure as head of state was concerned. He was one who, one would say, handled Nigeria with an iron fist. And it was upon that perception that Nigeria felt that when he comes back as a democratically elected government or a head of state, he would do better. But unfortunately, he performed so abysmally. He performed so woefully. And no Nigerian would have, especially those in the South, a positive, so much positive news about or take about his tenure when he had the opportunity to govern Nigeria the second time. Of course, the people of the North can have all that they have to say concerning Muhammadu Buhari's legacy, because he was not a man who hid something. He was very out front, he was very vulgar, he was very outright, he was very, whatever he did, he said it. He never pretended that he was not governing Nigeria as an entity. He divided the country with his own way of governance, preferring the north to the south. He showed it by his leadership, his choice of cabinet. People around him were more or less those from the northern stock, and that was it. When it comes to development and some of the infrastructural development, the stride he made, it was more to the north. And of course, it was someone who went as far as going to Niger Republic to build an infrastructure. And some even said he embarked on a refinery which perhaps was not followed upon. So what every Nigerian has one or two things to say about Muhammadu Buhari. His legacy is not something that is hidden. It is out there in public domain. You have your own take as far as Muhammadu Buhari is concerned, and you are going to leave your own take on the comment section of this video. Leave your own take as far as you know about Muhammadu Buhari. Whether you are of the old stock or the Gen Z generation, you may have one or two things you have to say concerning his administration, both as a military president, head of state, and as a democratically elected president. So whatever your take, you are free to air your opinion on the comment section to tell Nigerians what you feel and how you feel about his legacy. Now, that is just by the way. There are a lot of things to be said concerning him, and those who were within his inner circle had a lot to say. I listened to Malami Abubakar, he's the SNG, the Attorney General of the Federation, spoke so well of him. He said he was his mentor, was his boss. He was someone he could confide in, a man of integrity, transparency, a man of high honesty, and so on and so forth. And Femi Adesina, as a southern person, had a good, very pronounced and profound words to say concerning his boss. And he said Muhammadu Buhari was a man of integrity, a man that he could vouch for any time, any day, that all that Nigerians were saying concerning him were all myths. They were not true. Femi Adesina said even when he had the passing of his mother in 2013, that Muhammadu Buhari was there to condole with him. Despite that, it was a Christmas. It was a Christian burial. Muhammadu Buhari sat down all through and never bothered to even leave the place. So he said during his tenure as a president that Christians had it so free that they always go home to celebrate Christmas and Easter, that he never had any time to be a religious bigot like many Nigerians, had as a perception of him. So many people can say one or two things concerning Muhammadu Buhari, but we're not talking about that. Whether you were a transparent person, you were a honest person, you were a man of integrity, but if it does not translate in your character as a president, when it comes to governance, it must translate in governance. Did it translate in governance? That is what we're talking about. He may have been a man of integrity, a man of a full capacity, when it comes to honesty and transparency, discipline, but did all that translate to good leadership? That is all that Nigerians are going to judge him by, not whether or not he was a transparent person, whether it was always punctual, or whether it was very disciplined. That is not the question. Did all that translate to becoming a good leader? Did he lead well as he ought to lead? That is going to be the question on the mind of all Nigerians when you are going to be talking about the legacies of Muhammadu Buhari. And that is going to be the narrative. That is going to be the question, and that is what is going to occupy the minds of every Nigerian as the conversation continues. So please leave me a comment or two. As far as you are concerned, what are the things you have been able to figure about Buhari as a person? He was honest, he was that. Did all that translate to becoming a leader, a good leader that he ought to be, and all of that? So please leave your comment on the comment section, and please share this video to as many people as possible on your timeline, on all your handles, so that we can have a robust discussion going forward concerning this man who had a great impact on the Nigerian political scene for more than 5 decades, or close to 5 decades. So please, I wanted to have your own take on this, and let's please give your take, and we are going to take it from there, and let's discuss this matter, and we're going to be able to summarize and put all our plus and minuses, all our take as far as this man is concerned together. So see you in my next video, and please do not forget to comment, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Going forward, you are going to have to be replied to. God bless you and see you again.